Welcome to Disclosure Now. Please let us know if you can't hear us, which I guess you're not going to hear me say that if you can't hear me, so that's ironic. But we're just going to pretend that you can. We got a very special show for you guys tonight. That's the sound of black helicopters flying over, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but
There's guys with guns hanging out of the side of them, and it's literally just a normal ass day in this city. Can you hear that? I think I'll actually be able to see him this time.
I don't see it on the screen.
Anyway.
Yeah, just another day.
It literally is, though. That's what's so stupid about it.
Yep.
There's a tiny little protest going on by the ICE facility. That's it. And they got enough just fucking people circling my house in a helicopter. It's ridiculous. I've said hi to them. I've flipped them off, too. Although I feel kind of bad because they're probably just some random dudes that joined the National Guard, probably never knowing that they'd be flying over one of their own cities.
Yeah.
So I still is irritating, though.
Yep.
But anyway, we're here to talk about the David thing, the singer.
And the reason why I thought that we should do a video on this, because I feel like there's a lot of things going on here that are relevant to this channel and to our mission, essentially. So first of all, it shows that it's another example of the fact that there is a dark ritualistic side to the music industry and to these artists. And number two, the victim is a minor child. And we care very much about, protecting children, keeping children safe. That's one of the main themes of this channel. So I figured that it was a relevant topic that we should discuss and share information on.
Again, black helicopter flying over my house. That's again. Yep. Do you realize how egregious this is? How ridiculous this is? Like, I'm not even trying to talk about this right now, but like, fucking come on, dude. That's the sound of your tax dollars just being pissed away. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. What a fucking waste of money.
Yeah, and we pay enough in tax dollars.
You actually can't see it right now. If I would have put the camera up that time, you would have been able to see it. That's so fucking stupid. We're not even by the ICE facility.
Yeah.
This part of town is literally, we live in one of the most wealthy, low-key, nothing happens here parts of town, and yet we have a fucking helicopter flying overhead and over and again. I promise you my fucking neighbors are not Antifa super soldiers. This shit is fucking ridiculous, dude. But again, don't even want to be talking about that. It's just kind of hard to not talk about the black helicopters with dudes with guns fucking hanging out. It's kind of relevant to the channel, so when they fly over. Yeah, I heard that he was really good, and a lot of people are really disappointed at finding out. Someone said, I loved his songs.
Yeah,
I heard that he's quite talented, and so
he had a lot of like very viral songs on TikTok. Like, I didn't even know who this guy was until like I went on TikTok, and it's like, oh, I know that song. Like, that's where he blew up. That's where he's gained his popularity, is just on TikTok.
So, would you like to start with maybe like something like we have some videos?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, for those of you, I'm just going to give the audience a little bit of a fill in for those of you who don't know what the situation is. So on September 8th, there's a singer, David. It's spelled D4VD, which looks like the word dead. That's one thing, one clue here. This body of this young girl, this teenage girl, was found in the trunk of a Tesla that is registered to him. It was found, her name is Celeste Hernandez, and she was found, actually, her body was found the day after her birthday, and there's ritualistic aspects to that there because he released a lot of songs on her birthday every year. But basically, he was in a relationship. This musician was in a relationship with this minor child, and she was found deceased in his car, and she is no longer with us. If we say anything that is incorrect or turns out to later not be true, my sincere apologies. There's a lot of misinformation around this case, and it's kind of hard to sort through what's true and what's not.
So what I would say is, it sure seems from an outsider perspective, looking into pretty much anybody who even looks at this for like 3 seconds, that he's guilty as sin.
Mm-hmm.
But we do want to reiterate the fact that, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty, and this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
So we really don't know the details. We weren't there, obviously, but we are going to cover this because she's more well versed in it than I am. But from what I understand, I always talk about how they show you in the music videos and the album releases and the album artwork. They show you what they're doing. They show you what's going on behind the scenes. On my Patreon, you'll find a slew of different music videos that I've reacted to and explained and broken down what they're trying to say to you with the music video and the occult aspect of what is going on with the music video and everything else. And this guy was a huge kind of perpetrator of that. And now we have this out in the open ritual where this girl was murdered. And I did a very, very dip my toes in the water kind of dive into this by watching there's a law channel that I like to watch where it's these guys that talk about law. They go over court cases, and it's just interesting to learn the law. And I'll watch that channel sometimes. And so it came up and I watched it, and it is really unfortunate because like from a court perspective, like the way they covered it was weird to me. Because they're like, oh, well, he's innocent until proven guilty, which I get. But also, this guy should be in custody already. He hasn't even been questioned yet. And the video that I saw was posted today, like a few hours ago. So unless that changed within the past, 10 hours or whatever, he hasn't even been questioned about this. Meanwhile, the whole world thinks he's guilty of doing this.
Yeah, this is such a strange story because, like, obviously, like, you and I know that, like, weird shit like this happens behind the scenes all the time, but it's just very strange to see it, like, play out in the public eye. It's like something out of a movie or like a ARG, but it's actually real, unfortunately, because this young lady lost her life because of it. Yeah, so this girl, Celeste, she met David when she was 11, I believe. And shortly after they started hanging out, by 2022, there were multiple pictures of them together. And
so how old is this David guy?
He's like 20. Yeah. So he's like in his he's like 20 years old. So he's definitely like very much an illegal adult.
Mm-hmm.
So so there were multiple pictures of them hanging out. She was reported missing in April of 2024. And then, unfortunately, her unalived body was found in the frunk of David's Tesla on September 8th of this year. And there's his most popular song is called Romantic Homicide. There's a bunch of, his whole, like, it's kind of weird because his music is very like soft boy, that type of thing, but he's just got so many dark themes in his music. Her teacher was actually one of the people who reported her missing. If you want to bring up the video, we can show a little clip of that.
Okay, which one? What
the top one, Celeste teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my classroom, in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was this?
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper, and then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
So that was sort of a presentation by by a teacher of hers to just basically make, you know, the students, the middle schoolers, more aware of, you know, social media safety and things like that. So, and he just, by the way, he's not a rapper, he's a singer. So that's just a minor gripe. But yeah, so he met her on social media. He basically groomed her, and she kept like running away to be with him and hang out with him. There's like a screenshot where she's like, my parents won't let me go to your concert, and he's like, I'll take care of it. And they communicated very heavily in Discord. And he basically, like, this David guy, his whole career he doesn't have a very long career. It's only spanned a few years, but his whole music career, he has been like obsessed with this little girl, and almost every music video that he makes has a girl in it as the love interest that looks like her. And there's also a lot of themes of like violence and like harming your partner. If you want to bring up the one that says romantic homicide, we can just kind of show the people. We're probably gonna have to turn the sound down so we don't get a copyright strike, but we can at least like show you the video.
Oh, cancel. Share. No. Present. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
And then
The third one at the bottom, romantic homicide. Yeah, there we go.
this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
In the back of my mind.
Okay. Yeah, and that's his alter ego. His character, Itami, is the blindfolded guy. And he has a girl in this video, and you can see it right there. She's lying dead on the bed. He always casts these women in these videos that look like older versions of the little girl, Celeste. And in this video, there she is. She's lying unalived on the bed. Right there, lots of blood. And very dark and ritualistic.
Yeah, like, you know, I've always said how they show you in plain sight what they're doing. They use the music videos as rituals, stuff like that. And I feel like this situation is showing you. I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. They really do this stuff.
Yeah, they just showed like a suitcase full of like bloody guns and knives and stuff.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
That he's able to get away with this so openly and blatantly. Yeah.
And bring up the one that says "Here with Me" MP4.
One second here.
Yeah, and this is just to show. And this is just to show that he keeps casting these girls in his videos that look just like this little girl, Celeste. And it's very, like, the whole thing about this is very strange to me, is that he's been putting out this music and making these videos for like the past, like, what, 3-4 years. And it's just showing his obsession with this little girl this whole time. And it's almost like he knew that, like, it was going to end badly, or something violent was going to happen to this girl.
I think that she was probably a part of a sacrifice. And judging by the fact that this guy has altars and stuff like that, I don't know how much he has control of the vehicle, if that makes any sense. But the fact that he did this in the here and now means that questions need to be asked. He shouldn't just get away with it, like, at all, I don't think.
There was a comment, I forget what music video it was, but there was a comment on one of the videos that basically said, like, you know, we need to look more closely at what these artists are putting out. Like, that was literally a top comment.
Yeah.
So,
well,
and that's basically what Ark has been saying the whole time. Yeah, bring up the TikTok where it talks about Itami, the alter ego, right there.
All right.
Because this is another aspect to it as well. He has this alter ego now called Itami.
This one?
Yeah, which basically means pain, and that's the blindfold and the bloody shirt.
Okay.
David gets charged. Will he be pleading insanity, and has he been setting it up for that the entire time with this alter ego that he calls Itami?
Itami's not in me, but like in me, like, you feel me, like, you know, when you get like possessed.
You know that David started a tour on July 30th of 2025, and that is when he started introducing these funeral elements into his show, which is the beginning of this tour that was called Withered. At these shows, David was making fans pay respects to Itami, which is his alter ego when he's blindfolded. The dates of Itami are 2023, which lines up perfectly when he first met Celeste in person. The first time that they were seen on stream together was in 2023. It's guesstimated that that's when they first met in person. And as we all know, her body was found the day after her 15th birthday, which was September 8th of 2025. The car that she was found in had been parked in the same spot for 3 to 4 weeks. And then on top of that, with the heat in LA and the decomp, now this is not verified, but a guesstimation would be another couple weeks that she was gone, with, you know, how things are looking with the body. So that would put us around July 28th to like August 5th. And guess what? Not only does that timeline perfectly match up with their alleged relationship, 2023 to August 2025, but it's also public record that David had some time off, 2 days in California, in Del Mar. That was on August 2nd to August 5th, and Del Mar is only 2 hours away from the Hollywood Hills where that car was found. Now, this first video I'm going to show you is one of the most disturbing ones that I think more people should be talking about, because it kind of explains this whole Itami thing, and well, let's just get into this part first.
Should I say a separate part of me indulges himself in the thorns, dousing himself in the blood of his own negligence without even vetting the misleading beauty. Wearing a blindfold only to escape his self-made hell, accountable only to pain. I have placed this part of me throughout this project in different areas of melody, lyrics, and delivery. You'll feel it when you get there. Follow me now through this journey of holding a rollers pedal by pedal until they fall short. And I have no choice but to catch it by the thorns.
So I think he was very much telling on himself there. In a lot of his interviews, he talks about how he writes songs about things, and then that's what his life becomes. Obviously, he's fantasizing about these things and then kind of working them into his real life. He went on the Zach Sang show, and he had a little bit more to say about what or who Itami is.
Itami is the villain of this album. He's the one that is making me withered and feel all these emotions like grief and pain and confusion. He's the one that is weaving his way into my relationships and ruining them and inducing trauma and things like that. You see him in the music videos and stuff.
Now, Itami is depicted in many of his music videos, most notably Romantic Homicide, which is a song about unaliving a girl and basically her ending up in the same condition that Celeste was found in his trunk. There's also an anime version of this. I'm going to show you guys both clips so you can see here. This is like the version that's in the original music video, which was released on her 13th birthday. And then the anime version I clipped together with one of his other interviews, and you guys just have to see this part. Roll the clip.
He wears his blindfold and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
Now, all of these interviews and all this stuff that I'm finding makes me wonder if he was trying to plant the seed for insanity. And I'm sure that if he does get charged, that that's the way he's going to go, because...
Yeah, so think about, so altars, right? We talk about altars a lot. Think about all these like famous musicians who have altars. Like Beyonce has like, just the top of my head, like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. Nicki Minaj has Roman.
Ziggy Stardust, the Thin White Duke. David Bowie was probably the first one. He had multiple altars. I had altars. I made an altar called Mooney Cooley when I was working on music with Ghost Effects back in the day, around the time when we were getting taken to Centurion 5. This was before I knew what altars were. I created Mooney Cooley to make rap music because Ghost said he wanted to make rap music, which was new to me. So I made an altar just to do that. And he was different. He acted different. He was a different person. So, and I feel like a lot of these people probably, that was like program stuff coming out in my normal day-to-day life where I'll create these altars to deal with situations that I was in. And it was kind of a traumatic thing. It's a long story, but we were working on this whole album, and he's like, I don't even give a fuck about the album. And I'm living with this guy working on an album for like a year, then he says he doesn't even like it. And it was like my way of dealing with it. I don't know. It's like I said, it's complicated. But I have done it, and yeah, we see all these other musicians do it, and it just is to me like proof, like the programs and like the MK Ultra stuff is like connected to all these musicians, and this is just like a very
blatant,
highly suspicious situation. And he seems like they're not even hiding it anymore. Like, and yeah, it seems like there's premeditation, right? Like
I think that was intentional. I think he wanted to get caught. Like, especially the fact that her body was found like the day after her birthday, and he had this history of like releasing songs on her birthday. Like, that all lines up too perfectly. It's extremely ritualistic. So I think
if this trial does go, and like if they don't prosecute this guy, I'm gonna just call BS. That's not right. And if they do, we all need to keep our eyes on this trial and all the things we discover for sure. One thing I want to bring up, I know this is random, but there's a rapper. What rapper is it? I forget. But he got raided by the police, and when they raided him, he was doing a satanic ritual. He was like killing a chicken.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I don't remember who it is though. Like,
let me look it up real quick.
Yeah,
rapper caught doing
that was like a couple of years ago.
Sacrifice. Sean Diddy Combs, the AI is showing it.
Yeah.
Shannon, wow, there's a bunch of them. Travis Scott, Nigerian rapper.
Speaking of Sean Diddy Combs, it's ridiculous that he only got 4 years.
Yeah,
like,
that's disgusting.
Ridiculous.
That's absolutely disgusting. I'm sure Trump is real happy about it. He's good friends with him.
Yeah, that was just a few years ago.
Young Thug.
Yeah.
It was Young Thug. Yeah. Legal motions were filed to prevent video of the arrest and alleged goat sacrifice from being shown to juries, arguing prejudicial and irrelevant to the murder charges. So it was a literal goat sacrifice that Young Thug was doing. He got raided by the police in the middle of a fucking goat sacrifice. Young Thug. Look up. I'm going to look him up real quick. Young Thug. Yeah, so this guy, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Should I put the video back up?
Yeah, put it back on.
It's all psychotic. I mean, this guy really thinks that he has an alter ego that possesses him and makes him commit horrific, gruesome, pedophilic crimes.
Tommy can also embody himself in other people too. Like, he could take over.
Unfortunately, this could be like a real thing because of MK Ultra programming.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be happy if this guy exposed that I didn't want the little girl to die or whatever. Like, I wish none of this happened. But if he goes to court and it ends up exposing all of this, that's the most positive outcome that could come from this, and I hope that's what happens.
My body can take over your body. Pause. But like he get different people. You know what I'm saying? So he manifests himself inside me. Pause. He's like, no, like he's in me. No. The Tommy's like not in me, but like in me. Like, you feel me? Like, you know, when you get like possessed, like in you, bro, like not in you, but like in you.
And the weirdest thing is that apparently David is from like a super religious family. He says that he like does Bible study with his family every Saturday. I don't know how much of this is true or how much of it is just him like really having this big sense of self and loving talking about himself. He has so much to say about himself in every interview, but he does say that he was homeschooled and that his mom never got him in any kind of like groups or co-ops. Like, he had no socialization. He was just alone at his house learning how to build computers and how to program. He was only allowed to listen to Bach and classical music, nothing with lyrics growing up. That's apparently how religious his mom is. Again, who knows if what he's saying is true, but I think it's obvious that he had some problems.
When I was 17, I was in Texas, just got fired from Starbucks, doing homeschool work. building PCs, learn how to code at the same time. I was looking for YouTube beats, and I just go on YouTube and search up indie type beat. And then I find the beat, I import it into the app. I go to my sister's closet because I don't have any space to kind of record. After that, I sit down and it's like a little claustrophobic space with no AC. And I just start cooking.
It's important to remember that David was not like some musician or some singer. He was literally just a chronically online antisocial gamer who was playing Fortnite and making Fortnite edits while learning how to build computers and program. He couldn't even keep a job at Starbucks. He was just being a creep, hiding in his little sister's closet, writing songs about unaliving young girls. And the only reason that he got any attention was because he edited it so much that it didn't even sound anything like him. He raised it up so many decimals that it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and that's why people liked him. That's why he went viral, because they thought, because people like Alvin and the Chipmunks, which anybody can sound like that if you raise it up enough. So there's nothing special about what he was doing.
So I sped it up even more, and this is how the sped up sound. This is what everybody knows on TikTok. Put that on TikTok and promoted it as Alvin and the Chipmunks, because like the pitch and speed so high, it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I was like, Alvin and the Chipmunks making original music, and then boom, overnight I got 1.5 million views.
I'm sure that David wants us to think that this was some impressive, genius, brilliant performance art, and the truth is that it isn't, that he isn't special, and that this was just somebody who is truly sick in the head.
You know when you get like possessed?
Here's some more footage of him being unhinged on stage, talking about Itami on the kickoff of the tour, which again was July 30th of 2025. And then he had a break in California from August 2nd to August 5th.
I didn't even think about that. He was learning programming. Yeah, that's interesting.
Which kind of lines up with when we think that Celeste may have met her demise. Lastly, here's a video of him performing romantic homicide the day after he knew that a body was found in his trunk. This is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And if you look closely, he doesn't sing the words, "I unalived her." He puts his mic out to the crowd every time. He knew something was coming. In the back of my mind. That's how strategic this is. I want to know what you think, because I thought that that was very strategic.
That's crazy. This is really wild stuff, huh, people?
Yeah. You should show, speaking of you should bring up the video of the coffin.
Where's that?
Coffin concert. Go down. Up. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so at his show, he had this white casket laid out where people could pay their respects to this alter ego that he created. This is from 7:30. In the back of my mind. Yeah.
I just want to watch. That was so fast. I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so ritualistic, right? Like, wow.
Yeah.
What other videos do we got here to look at?
Let's see. Well, there is. So we've shown the video of the concert, and then I just want to show. I think that people should just see these like interactions that he had with this girl. There's a video where she's like on camera and she's like, they're on live together, just like we are now. And somebody makes a comment about him being like Epstein and then she makes this joke about like how he like sexually assaults kids and stuff. And it, so it was open, like everybody in the Discord they had like a Discord, and everybody knew about their relationship. Like they're trying to backpedal now and be like, oh, I thought she was 18 years old. No, everybody knew. It was an open secret. Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, apparently there's like rumors that her family was like being paid off by him. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard other people say that they put in a lot of effort to look for her when she went missing. So I wouldn't want to like speak ill of anybody in that way, but yeah, there's lots of rumors going around that she may have been like possibly sold off to this guy, and that's really common in the music industry. Look at R. Kelly, look at Prince with Maite Garcia. Like there's a lot of parents, especially there's a lot of parents who basically like sell their daughters off to these
for
older
like
men.
a stipend, like being paid.
Yeah. And a lot of people think of, especially like there's a lot of moms who think of it like, oh, like it's an older guy who can take care of her, even if it's completely like inappropriate. So
Nathan Fox says, I watched a video on these misanthropic extraterrestrialist terrorists called 764 and No Lives Matter, and this behavior reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, we've looked into that a little bit ourselves as well. That's a very disturbing group. Yeah, his symbolism makes me think of Billie Eilish. Yeah, there's like pictures of David with Billie Eilish. Yeah, that's true. So I mean,
and she's got a few Montauk songs and stuff, which tells me she's pretty heavily connected.
Yep.
I believe. What's the song that we figured out was written by Sandra?
It was that.
It's one of the newest ones.
That Birds of a Feather song.
Birds of a Feather, yeah, I believe that was written by Cassandra. Who was my wife at Montauk. I believe that she wrote that song. But anyway,
let's bring up a couple more.
Which one was it?
Put up the third one down.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
And there was so there's another aspect to this, is that there's apparently this other Celeste named Celeste Herrera that he was also hanging around with. She is of age. She's like in her early 20s. But most people think that he was using this other Celeste as a decoy to be able to hang around the child Celeste. Some people were saying that girl in that video was Celeste Herrera, but I believe it has been confirmed to be Celeste Hernandez. But he created this confusion because there were these two girls with the same name. They looked very similar. And he put in that video, if you'll notice, he put the younger Celeste, who that is in that video. She's wearing like glasses. She's wearing a hoodie. So it's really hard to tell like who is who and which is which.
All right, here's another one.
Yeah, this is him getting called out by his own community.
Yo, wait! Pray for his career, chat. Are we done? Are we?
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete everything? You done for, bro? Y'all are not done? Now you gonna Epstein? Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
Which one? It was good to have a big family, probably. Bro, thank you, Mitochondria?
I gotta stop with him if you even.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah, so there's people on Reddit who were talking about this like a couple years ago even. It's been like people even his own community. It was like an open secret, like everybody knew about it, and even his own chat was exposing him. And then there's just for another music video. Let's see. Put on the one that's. I just want to show people the one that says Rehab. So this basically is another music video of his. It's very violent, and it basically shows her or him like unaliving his girlfriend, who looks, again, it looks like Celeste. It's got like brown hair, light skin. It looks like her.
That was really short. Let's let it play again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust anybody who constantly makes music about like unaliving their romantic partners, and that includes Eminem.
All right.
Yeah, so we just want to kind of, so this just goes to show that all this has kind of been hidden in plain sight. There's sometimes people do use morbid themes just for artistic, expression.
But now we're learning that it's not always just that.
It's not always just something that's innocent.
I really want to see this.
Yeah, so let's put
White
this on.
rose, universally regarded as a symbol of purity, loyalty, and romance. But that's not the reason I took a liking to it. You see, when a human being is drained of all of its blood, it becomes pale, lifeless, just as the rose, visually appealing, only good to observe and admire. But the moment you go to pick it up, you get stabbed. But I, or should I say a separate part of me, indulges himself in the thorns, dousing himself in the blood of his own negligence without even vetting the misleading beauty. Wearing a blindfold only to escape a self-made hell, accountable only to pain. I have placed this part of me throughout this project in different areas of melody, lyrics, and delivery. You'll feel it when you get there. Follow me now through this journey of holding a rose petal by petal until they fall short. And I have no choice but to catch it by the thorns.
Probably the most obvious one, most
That
obvious
was
clue.
really creepy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It's very, very dark, and yeah, you get a very uneasy feeling watching it, for sure. So I mean, in court, you can't use someone's artistic output to prove that they did a crime, but
You actually can.
You can?
It's totally been done.
Yeah.
Rappers rap about killing people and then they bring it up in court. It's happened numerous times.
Yeah.
So that's a misnomer. If you're literally telling on yourself in a song, you're telling on yourself in a song. It's different if you're like, yeah, it's something where that's the reason why we have courtrooms and stuff. It's because, like, there's a line, like there's freedom of speech and then there's literally admitting to crimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference.
And this is just a post basically from a couple of years ago of people on Reddit like talking about the situation, just again showing that people knew about it.
About this Reddit post that I talked about yesterday of this person talking about Celeste before she was identified as being the child in this guy's trunk. This person responded to somebody after they found out that this person was Celeste yesterday, and they said that her friends lost contact with her between early or mid-August. And he is saying that his little sister is one of Celeste's friends. And a lot of people are like, well, David was on tour. So I was like, let me go look up all of his tour dates and see where he was around this time frame that this Reddit post was alleging. Saturday, August 2nd, he was in Del Mar, California, which is only 2 hours away from where he lives. And then his next show wouldn't happen until a couple days later on August 5th. But this was also in Del Mar, California, which is around the same time period that this person on Reddit was alleging where Celeste's friends stopped having communication with her.
Yeah, this is like, doesn't take a detective or rocket scientist to figure out this guy's guilty as sin, like I said.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to cover with this? What else?
Yeah, this is just a creepy interview that he did where he basically talks about his connection to his partner being like cut and severed using very violent terms.
Conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song, but there's also that kind of pause where they can take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head, in my mindset, and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't respond. She says, I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love?
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a lead into that kind of a transition type thing, you know?
I believe the last time you were here, didn't you say you never experienced love or hadn't been in love? You didn't.
Yeah, and I wasn't in a relationship then. Nah.
That's true. He does have an unreleased song named Celeste. And yeah, there's people who are trying to say this guy is innocent, and they're like, no, this is all about Celeste Herrera, the 23-year-old woman. But no, it's pretty obvious that she was just like the decoy. So yeah, so it really does go to show that, yeah, sometimes people put this stuff out there and sometimes it is just for aesthetics and fun, but sometimes it's something deeper. Like if you go,
I think this is the case with Celeste's mother. I really do think.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if you go, like, if you look up at this guy's merch, if you look up David merch, it's like all blood. It's like a bloody shirt. It's like there's a shirt with like a bloody handprint on it. The bloody button-up shirt is not available on his website anymore, but if you Google image it, it's still visible on Google Images. Yeah, he used to have this shirt that was just like a bloody white shirt, and now it's gone. It's taken off the website. And all the merch that he had with blood on it seems to have been removed.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so
Unfortunately, I think this is the case with Celeste's mother. I really do think that she was paid off. Now, this screenshot was left in my comments, and apparently it is a woman claiming that Celeste was 11 and she was sexually active, and that the mom was getting 10K weekly from David to basically keep it quiet that she was missing. And this person is saying that she knows this because her son was part of the friend group that Celeste hung out with, and she would tell their group and show them pictures, and they all chatted with each other. This tracks with what Celeste's teacher said. He literally said that everyone in the school who was her friend knew that she was dealing with David, that they had a relationship, including him, and he reported it. Then it's coming out now by some of the friends that David was paying off the friends to keep quiet. So he was paying everyone in this little girl's circle to keep quiet about their relationship, including the mom. I really do think the mom was involved in this. Now, what also convinces me that this is true or possibly true is that the brother came out and said that he was the only one that was reporting her to the police. And he's 18 right now. So Celeste has been missing for a year. So the brother was 17 years old, a minor going to police. And I kind of feel like that's why they didn't take him seriously, and probably because the mom wasn't involved. People keep trying to say it's because they were undocumented immigrants, but they were in California. Like, it's been a year. Okay, so I don't know if that's suffice enough argument for these people, but it's all starting to come out that everyone.
There's just so much evidence.
Yeah, like there's pictures of him. Like I believe that he was playing off her little friends. Like there's pictures of him like handing money out to teenagers and stuff. So I don't know if the family was getting paid off or not. Again, I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, I believe he was paying off some people in her life to keep
And we
it
got
quiet.
one more video. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
and this one just goes to show, this is just like the first few like 30 seconds of this music video. It's called One More Dance. It's just basically his alter ego dragging his dead body in a trunk. So yeah, let's pop it over.
Heavier the snow, the heavier the weight. After watching you go, the smile on your face.
I'm taking the sound off because I don't want to get copyright strike.
Yep. Yeah, that was him just dragging his own dead body into the trunk of this car for this music video. So
that's all the videos we had. Does anybody have any questions or any commentary? Is there anything you want to say to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm just want to say to wrap this up, probably just protect keep an eye on your little teenage girls. Make sure that they're not talking to any creepy older men online, especially if they're TikTok famous people. And young girls, especially young girls of color, need to be safe and protected from guys like this. And I think that we're going to see probably a lot of even darker stuff revealed, unfortunately, because of this. So we'll just have to see what the trial, what happens in the trial when it happens.
With what happened to Diddy, I don't have much hope that justice is going to happen. Like I said, this guy has not even been talked to yet. From what I can tell, doesn't he still have concerts coming up?
Yeah, he's still on tour technically. Although I think that the tour has been canceled, but yeah, he was on tour up until very recently.
So, did he think he was just gonna get away with this? I don't know, but probably not. I don't know. But they show you what they're doing. Check out the Patreon. A bunch of videos, music video reactions on there. Yeah, the Patreon is free. You can pay if you want.
Yeah, hopefully this video won't get taken off YouTube. But yeah, this is a very dark topic, but it just goes to show that sometimes they literally show you what they're doing.
It's exposed, but it just exposes, blows wide open.
Yeah.
What is happening in the music industry? What I've said about all this ritualistic stuff and black magic being involved. It's real. So that's basically the show. We just wanted to talk about this. We thought it was really important. We might end up talking about it again. Just a reminder to everybody, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be interviewing Ashton Riley, who is a Kruger mercenary. We've never really talked too much extensively or done an entire show on just Kruger mercenary group. But basically, it's a mercenary group from another reality, a German mercenary group that's led by a guy named Gabriel Kruger, who is Tom Cruise is like a alter of Gabriel Kruger or something. I don't really know how it works. To me, it seems like it's literally Tom Cruise is literally Gabriel Kruger hanging out in this reality, having fun being a famous actor, playboy guy, doing his own stunts and jumping on airplanes and stuff. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like it's literally just him, and he changed his name to Tom Cruise and put himself here. But I don't know. Maybe he has no clue about Gabriel Kruger in the other reality, and he's in the programs or something. I have no idea. All I know is we're going to do a show on that tomorrow, and maybe because Ashton Riley has more memories than I've ever known. As far as with Kruger, he has more memories than anybody I know. So maybe we'll have some of those questions answered, like if he thinks maybe he'll be able to answer that question. So anyway, it should be an interesting show. Tune in tomorrow. Trying to do a show, even if it's not long or if it's just something small. I'm trying to put something out like literally every day or every other day. Just trying to be way more frequent than I was. And I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching.
Yep.
And I really hope you all have a nice evening. Have a good one.
Yep. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.